Um, okay, for one thing, let me say hi. What's up, guys? Spawn here, of course. I've never done a video quite a while. I say about like 4 to 3 days. Um, okay. Oh man, I don't really want to do this. I was to tell you the truth, I was really hoping that I'll be happy during this video. Um, because a lot of people have been asking me what were my thoughts on John Carpenter's The Ward, and that's his new film back in 2010. So that was now it was like 2 years ago now since it's 2012. Um, it's yeah. So everyone has been asking me John Carpenter's The Ward. What do I think about it? At first, I never saw it, and then I went to Netflix and I noticed that they saw it. Have it, so I saw it. Um, so of course, going into this movie, I thought I would like it a lot. I thought I was gonna despise this movie. I thought I was gonna adore it or something. No, excuse me. It's because I think you guys know that I'm a really big John Carpenter fan. Mainly, it's because he's probably one of my favorite directors of all time. May it not be my favorite director of all time. It's just my God, like I mean, he made so many good movies. It's just his art in his movies are just incredible, like just incredible. He's famous by doing the original Halloween, The Fog, The Thing, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. He did Escape from New York, Escape from LA, um, Big Trouble in Little China, of Ghost of Mars, which I heard a lot of people didn't like that one. So now I know there's a lot more that he did, but that's all. Also, They Live. That's another movie that he did, which was actually really good too. I love all those movies, especially my favorite one has to be The Thing. Um, well, mainly it's because it was my first John Carpenter movie I ever saw, back in I don't know, back in probably 2004. I saw it, so I knew that movie for a while now. So, John Carpenter's The Ward. Um, I, I'm very bummed right now. I thought I was gonna like this movie. I really did. It ended up to be one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen. It's not a very good movie. It's not a good movie at all. I did not want to say that right now. I did not want to say that because I love John Carpenter. I mean, I don't like literally love him, but I just love his work, and it's just like I want to this video. I really wanted to see go see The Ward. John Carpenter's The Ward. It's one of the best movies he ever did. I wanted to say that, but what I am saying, do not watch this movie. It's a complete waste of time. It did not work out at all. I saw it on Netflix. Mm, what really shocked me in The Ward, it actually started out really good. It started off really interesting, but it ended up to be one of the most cliched plot holes I've ever heard many times. It's psychological. It's a psychological horror thriller. It is. And if you've seen Gothica with Halle Berry, you're not missing much. And if you've seen the number 23, you're not missing much. If you've seen Shutter Island, you're not missing much. If you've seen any of the psychological horror thrillers, you're pretty much not missing anything. This is the exact same thing that we've seen over and over and over and over again. Really, like it's okay. The main it's when I start up, because I'm gonna do some little spoilers in this. Let me just say what's it about. It's about this girl named Christian, played by Amber Heard. That blonde chick from Never Back Down, who was like, I gotta admit, she's pretty hot. Um, um, so it's pretty much her character. Apparently, people think that she's crazy, and crazy cliche. We already seen that crazy shit. Apparently these cops come and get her, and because she like burned a house down, and you have no complete reason why. And they take her, put her in the car, and they put her into this medical institute. With supposedly for crazy people. It's just I've seen this many times before, and it's really nothing new. I mean, yes, it is. Is it? Is it an interesting? Bleh, I can't even say anything. Is it an interesting premise? Yes, it is an interesting premise. But the thing is, we've seen it before. It's pretty much similar to Gothica. I have to say, it's pretty much similar to Gothica. If you've seen Gothica, you're pretty much seeing this movie. That's it. It's not a good movie. But it just goes on. She's like fitting in this whole this place for crazy people, and she sees like new faces. You don't see these other girls that are actually really crazy, or not really crazy. Some are actually crazy, but not for the crazy thing that Christian's actually seeing in this place. So apparently, this place is being haunted by this ghost. Yeah, that's it, a ghost. Just a ghost. Just one ghost that we're focusing on in this movie. And yeah, spoilers. I'm gonna spoil. Apparently, this ghost, her name is what the fuck her name is? I can't really remember. But that girl that is haunting, it's pretty much she's actually an old student from the crazy medical institution place, and they killed her. And apparently she came back to kill all these other girls. So apparently she's having her revenge on them. And how this ghost look, it's so obvious how this this movie's complete obviousness. It's obvious. There's actually not one moment in this movie I was like cuddling into my blankets and like, is she gonna pop out? Is she gonna pop out? Nothing like that. I mean, it would if this was the very first psychological movie I seen, which it wasn't. Like I said, going back, it's completely obvious because how she looks, it's exactly. If you've seen the Boogeyman movies, it's pretty much the exact same look. Especially in Boogeyman 3, which that movie was terrible. But that's another story. But Boogeyman 3, if you remember that look on the Boogeyman, if it's a Boogeyman, because back in Boogeyman 3, it didn't even look like a man. It looked like a freaking woman. Apparently that ghost that you saw in Boogeyman 3 looks almost exactly like in the Ward. And this plot twist in the end is, this all interesting shit that we've seen before. It's nothing all that spectacular. It's like, because we all know that this girl named Christian was actually was the ghost this whole entire time, was actually the dead girl. And she was like crazy, and apparently like she came back to life on Christian's body, and to the plot hole twist in the end that Christian actually pops up, and apparently like she's actually the ghost now. And it's just a weird, very cliche things we've seen before. It's so obvious. Oh, man. I'm very disappointed in this movie. What made me actually feel a lot better is two things. Playing Dead Space 2 a little bit. I'm on chapter 10. Yes, I just got the game back a couple of days ago with my best friend Sergio. We already did that. So I got this game, Dead Space 2, and I'm on chapter 10. Can't wait to go back and play it. And the other thing that made me feel a lot better is watching Showdown a Little on Tokyo, and that's a Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren movie. It's a martial arts movie. If you like John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China, you'll love Showdown a Little on Tokyo. But those are the only two things that actually made me feel a lot better of the Ward. It's just not a good movie. It's just, is it bad? No. Is it good? No. It's just one of those movies. It's nothing. It's just plot hole we've seen over and over again. It's nothing all that spectacular. But that's about it, you guys. Yeah, I know this review was a little short, but it's just, if this was an actual real, like a real good movie, that a John Carpenter movie that I was really anticipating, this video would have been a lot longer. But that's pretty much all my review I have to say for The Ward. It's a disappointing movie. Just don't see it. Go see his other originals that when the time when he was actually really good at making movies. And I'm not saying that he's not good at making movies now. He's just not as good as he did before. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully you love my review of John Carpenter's The Ward. I hope he does a better movie this year. If he's doing another movie this year, I don't think he is, because I bet he heard a lot of people, you know, he heard their opinions of his new movie The Ward, and he's like, it sucks, most disappointing, and I'm one of those people. So that's pretty much, you guys. I'm gonna go back and play Dead Space 2 just to make myself feel a lot better. So until then, I'll see you guys later in the future.